Jobs. That's right. I wasn't always the horrific movie star that you see before you today. I started at the bottom rung of a very tall, very moist ladder. And I remember every rung. Those horrible commercials I made as a child. Hang on, I have to get into the child voice. Back when my dreams were intact. Baby twerks a lot. By dolls and prostitutes. Makers of everyone's filthy card game, Leaky Maid. Remember Leaky Maid? Baby twerks a lot doesn't just twerk. Oh no, she thrusts and skips, and she comes with her very own hairy jacket. I wonder where they got that idea. Every enormous child's best friend. Baby twerks a lot acts just like a disgusting baby. And you can even buy her outfits, such as a blue underwear. And a realistic looking table. To wear on her boobs, and even a pair of fingers. Baby twerks a lot by dolls and prostitutes. She's everybody's flaky friend. Thank you.
Oh, stop! Oh, Lola, you were magnificent in those commercials, even at such a sloppy, wet age.
Yes, I got my cycle very early. It's okay, I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm fine. I'm totally fine. It didn't affect me in any way. I know, but there were those months of struggles where I bounced from proctologists to what are the people called who get the semen from horses? Oh yeah, artificial semen people. That was it. We never settled on the name. Then my first movie was The Longest Scissor. Yes, I got HPV. And since then, I've made almost 69 movies. Most of them directed by the great Orson Buggy. I am his inspiration. Our greatest success, the juicy preparation H, and the chartreuse jujube was my idea. Unlike Miss Jules here, I have had to work very hard to make my money. I didn't inherit it from my daddy.
Thank you for pointing out my obvious lack of motive, Miss Pony. Thank you very much.
Lack of motive?
Sure. I didn't need Philip's money.
Lick? My driving teacher used to say every car has a blind spot, but if you're patient and cautious, pretty soon you'll see everything you need.
Thanks, Forrest. Ooh, can I use that in a fortune cookie?
Sure.
What was your driving instructor's name?
Mr. Handcuff Bottom.
Now, what does a blind spot in your car have to do with Fonda?
Well, just because the obvious motive may not apply, that doesn't mean she doesn't have one.
Oh, she had one.
She did?
I did?
When was it? What was it?
What was it?
Nailed it.
It was me.
What?
That ring you saw over Philip's shoulder wasn't for you, Fonda, and you know it. Philip was going to ask me to marry him. We had already talked about it, he just needed to pop the question. Money isn't always the motive. She said it herself. Sometimes the motive is love or revenge.
No way. Oh, no. Okay, wait. Wait. No. Okay, I knew. Okay, I sort of knew. I sort of knew that Philip was done with me. He had made it pretty clear, but I was still in love with him, and I had no idea he was going to propose to you, though.
No?
No. When I saw that ring, I thought it might have been for me. Maybe he changed his mind.
Oh yeah, he changed his mind. And maybe the chinchillas of Des Moines are going to donkey punch my uvula.
Let me see if I can sort this all out. Okay, you, Aaron, Balancing is hard. You, Aaron Matthias, are innocent because you had no hard feelings over Philip.
No hard feelings.
No, denying your race.
Denying my race.
And you were by yourself on the other side of town last Wednesday. Hump Day. You, Orson Buggy, are innocent because despite having no real contact with Philip for years, you still consider him a friend. And any recent conversation you might have had was simply to invite your friend to be part of your future blockbuster. That same blockbuster alibi applies to you, Rhoda Pony, right?
Right.
Well, despite rumours that you were actually kissed in the role you claim to be, that will be your comeback. You both jilted girlfriends are innocent because they have their own money and they were both fiercely independent, would never need to track down 1,201 pounds of moist candy corns to prove their point.
Yep.
What about you, Frapple?
But what about me?
You're Philip's only heir. Oh, heir.
Sort of.
How's that?
There are others?
No. Well, one.
Who?
Philip's toxically estranged sister. Ima.
Ima?
Yes, Ima. Ima DeBlanks.
I'm a DeBlanks?
Yes. Ima DeBlanks. His toxically estranged sister. But she disappeared in a stolen pile driver about 5 years ago.
3.1476999.
So, clapping for math.
Come on, we all failed it. That's why we're up here. That's why we're up here. It's probably why you're all in the audience too. So, as Philip's 745th cousin, relatively his only known relatives, does this mean that you end up with a huge inheritance?
You wish.
I wish.
Well, Philip's dad was my dad's drunk uncle's fuckable sister's drunk grandmothers. But they stopped speaking to each other when they were young. See, I knew Philip was my somewhat distant cousin, but I didn't know if he knew who I was, right? So one year during Hanukkah, I ran into him through some mutual friends. He never said a word about being related, so I didn't bring it up, you know, much like Rhonda. I worked very... Rhonda Pony.
The accent.
Rhoda Pony. I worked very hard to create my business.
Writing fortune cookies?
Well, someone has to.
True.
Yeah. Now, I studied garbage men when I was in school, so that was my major. But don't ask what I minored in. But I always asked, but I always liked writing. You know, I got hired to be a short order cook at Leathery Child's Cafe, but they went bankrupt. Can't imagine why. And they were bought by Girthy Liger's Wok. I like the new owner a lot, and we started making his own special fortune cookies because I thought all cookies should have, you know, chocolate chips in them. Makes sense. I wrote my own fortunes inside of them and gave them to my staff as, you know, little gifts. The owner loved them, and soon my custom fortunes were cracked open in restaurants all over the city.
I think my dad looked into buying your company one time.
Oh, did he? Well, he might have. You know, I get a lot of interested people who offer to buy the business.
Yeah, I remember his accountants found something fishy in the bookkeeping note. Something was done to make the company look like it had more money than it did.
How interesting.
What? No, that's not true.
It isn't.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Well, Philip isn't here to help us figure this out. And one of you had something to do with that.
Well, I didn't, but any of you could have.
No way, I would never.
Me either, never.
Never, ever.
Don't look at me, I'm totally innocent.
Totally.
Totally.
Well,
Then who did it?
Let's have a hand for that reading.
I told y'all she did it. Trust black women, we always know. We always know. We see you, right?
On that, right?
Yes. Please turn to page 46 in your hymnals, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, no, that's fine. It's Rhoda. It's Rhoda.
Rhoda.
It's Rhoda.
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 There you go. 44.
44 in your hymnals, ladies and gentlemen. 44.
Oh, yeah.
Props.
Oh, now we have
Alright, so
props.
this is what happens?
Yep.
Okay.
The confession.
Oh no! That's literally the line, and I didn't know. Oh no. This isn't how it was supposed to end. Everyone knows I'm allergic to moist candy corns. So it was the perfect choice. Everyone knew Lynn and Rhoda were fighting over Philip, so I hardly had any motive. But there weren't many people who knew Philip and I had once been involved until he said I was getting messy. It could mean anything. You guys are dirty. I like it. Until he said I was getting messy and should consider letting Angela Bassett take my roles from now on. She's brilliant. I think it would be amazing if she was good. I told him to meet me at the restaurant, In and Out. So we could try to work out our differences. By the end, the biggest difference was I had on a hat, but he was wearing 1,201 pounds of moist candy corns on his head.
Well, Miss Pony, as the saying goes, love without peacocks is like a kinky artichoke without corsets. Now, come along with me.
Hold up.
Oh, detective jewels? Aw, rats.
That's right. And now Philip's rightful heir will inherit the DeBlanks fortune.
That's right.
Lynn Oleum?
I'm not an oleum, Pony. I'm a DeBlanks. I'm a DeBlanks. Flatulent work, detective. You sucked the culprit and now I'm a rich, ejaculated DeBlanks. Thank you.
The fucking end!
Thank you, everyone.